Scrubs, I hope you're well. So we're back in Star Stable. I've got Ezio with me, and we're gonna do a little bit of druid training with him today. Altar is, I think, up around level 11 right now, so a little bit further behind Ezio, but we're making progress. So I today did something really stupid. I was recording this video and I put it into the editor to realize that there was only the game sounds, and I was like, wait, why is that? And I looked over at my microphone. My microphone had been muted the entire time. So yeah, if this sounds like I'm doing this afterwards, I am. I had to re-voice this all over, so I was just like, will I just post it without audio? And then I thought, no, because we're doing our questions, I'm enjoying our questions, it's fun to have a discussion with you guys, so I'm trying to remember most of the things that I talked about when I did this the first time, but essentially I had asked you yesterday what other horse games you played, and if they weren't horse games, games that had horses in them, that aren't Star Stable, essentially. So quite a few of you mentioned Horse Riding Tales. I obviously played that too. I have done since it was released. Back, I think it was December 2018 was when it was released. That's when I started playing it. That seems to be like quite a popular one with you guys. One of you mentioned Alicia Online. I am a big Alicia Online player too, but like you said yourself, not really playing that much of it right now. I've mostly, when I play Alicia at the minute, it's usually because I need to go on and record stuff for the speed guide series that I've been doing. So I don't get to play as much of it just chilling out and, you know, messing about and not in it as I would have maybe done in the past. But I enjoy it nonetheless, and it is a game that I very much like, even though I'm not playing it like a lot at the moment. And then one of you mentioned Silver Buckle Stable, and that's one I'm not familiar with. You did say though that it is a disc game that you play on PC. So a lot of games like that, I have quite a lot of funnel games like that, and some of them don't work now. Unfortunately, they're not compatible with my version of Windows, which is depressing because some of them I really wanted to replay at some point. So hopefully I'll get to do that in the near future. Maybe if I get another version of them or something like that, because I would like to replay some of them. And then one of you mentioned Horsehaven. So Horsehaven's another one that I've played for quite a while. I think 2017 was when I started Horsehaven, I think, roughly. I still find there's new things I learn in Horsehaven all the time, and because they have so many breeds in that game, it's very, very diverse, I have to say. Like, there is so many breeds in it. Some of them do use the same model, unfortunately, but they are there nonetheless. So the minute they're updating all of the animations and everything in that game, some of the horse models that have changed I've liked, and some of them I'm like, oh no, the tier 4 Breton, I just can't seem to warm to. But it's the exact same model as some of the other horses, and it looks fine on them. For some reason on the tier 4 Breton, I just don't like it at all, unfortunately. But yeah, no, those are a couple of the games that you guys mentioned. And I think, oh yeah, this is what I failed this when I did this the first time, so yeah. We're doing it again, basically. Whenever I was doing this the first time, I literally hit the wrong key, and instead of jumping, I just ran into the flames. But yeah, no, I think out of all of those that you mentioned, Silver Buckle Stables is the only one I've never heard of before. One of you mentioned Everrun. Actually, I have heard of Everrun. I've looked at Everrun, but I haven't actually played it. I think I maybe put out my BlueStacks, but I don't think I ever did anything. I never went through the tutorial or anything like that. So everything bar Silver Buckle Stable, I haven't played. But yeah, as one of you was saying, the controls with that were terrible, and there were no quests, but it was the only game you had available. And whenever I was playing that Ellen Whitaker game, that's how I felt. I was the Springdale Mystery one. I was the controls were horrific. The competitions were near impossible to do. I think Dark Souls was less frustrating than that to play sometimes. So yeah, that was one of those sort of games that really, really did frustrate me quite a lot whenever I was playing it, because I was it's really hard to get progress. Sometimes the competition's so easy to do, and other times it was and I was just losing my mind. And I threw a controller when I played Dark Souls, so that gives you kind of the level of rage that I had when I was playing that game. Oh my goodness. So my question for today is what subject, it doesn't necessarily have to be one that you learned in school or college or uni or anything like that, it doesn't matter, that you didn't think you'd enjoy, you thought it would be really boring but you actually quite liked. And it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to have been in an educational setting that you maybe learned about something, it could have been outside of something, maybe something that you learned elsewhere. Like, I was trying to think of something for this, and one thing that I'm not good at maths, okay? I hate maths, but physics, even though it has a lot of maths in it, I always did actually enjoy, even though I didn't think I would enjoy. So I would have to pick physics as an example of one that I didn't think I'd like, but actually found very interesting. I think because it actually applies the maths, whereas I just don't really like doing maths in general. Because I don't actually get to do anything with it most of the time. Like, I know that we use maths every single day, don't get me wrong, but I think I like the practical application of maths that was in physics. And this guy, I suppose, is like chemistry as well. I always found chemistry interesting, but I don't think I was the best. I wasn't the best at chemistry or physics, to be honest. So those would be two that I didn't necessarily think that I would maybe enjoy as much as I did, I guess. Because there's other subjects I know that I'd like I like history because I find it really interesting. But yeah, I think those would be the ones I would pick, probably physics and maybe chemistry. Because I do like science. Science is interesting, it fascinates me quite a lot, so it does. But yeah, I'd be curious to know, like, what subjects did you think you wouldn't enjoy, or maybe you weren't sure whether you'd like it, but actually it turned out you really, really did, or maybe it even became one of your favourite subjects and you just weren't expecting it, so I'd be curious to know. Thankfully, I didn't feel this whenever I did it. It was only the lightning that I felt whenever I did this the first time. I'm just hoping, I'm going to be so, like, aware of possibly, muting my microphone again, that hopefully I won't do it again while we're doing this. So this is the first time we've accidentally muted our microphone while recording this particular series, so let's hope it doesn't happen again. Because I was trying to remember everything I talked about the first time, and I was like, I'm going to forget some of this. But we tried our best. That's all we can do. We are getting really, really close, though, to the 10,000, so hopefully we're going to get our mission soon. But anyway, Scrubs, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have a good day, and bye, guys!